Hello friends, welcome to our Stay Fit for Cupping program. This is the third session of our Robusta series, and we're really excited to share with you our findings of the first 6 Robusta samples we tasted. Well, among the 6 samples we tasted today, 3 scored above 80 points. These 3 samples had really delicate and very interesting flavor profiles, and that is the reason why they got really high scores. Which samples were for you the best on the table, Natalie?
Well, the best one was for me number 480.
Mm-hmm.
I commented it with some banana, fruity, dark chocolate as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was my highest score.
Okay. Well, yes, for me, the coffee was also a very pleasant cup. It had a fruity character, a little bit winey, and also reminds of ripe fruits. It had also a chocolate cereal note, which was sweet and was very pleasant. Maybe the strongest characteristic of this coffee was the fragrance and aroma, which was intense and very fruity, and was really pleasant. What are your notes on this coffee, Tirza?
I totally agree. And I also had some flavors like malt and slightly popcorn. And for me, the aftertaste was really pleasant.
Another good sample, or that scored higher than 80 points, was sample 875.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you like that one too?
I agree, yes.
You agree?
Yes.
So what were your flavor notes there?
I had caramel, and he was very soft, and then fig and plum,
Mm-hmm.
like some fruity notes as well. Yes, it was my second high score.
Okay. Well, I also wrote here down that it had a character of like dried fruits, like prunes mainly, and also hints of tropical fruits. It was a really, let's say, pleasant coffee with sweetness. Probably the strongest characteristic of this coffee was the fragrance and aroma, which was very intense and very fruity. And also it had a kind of chocolate character. The acidity was bright. So what do you think, Tirza?
875 was my personal favorite. It was really fruity, and I also find dried fig, as you also have found, Gloria and Nati. And I also had popcorn as additional flavor.
There was another sample with a really interesting flavor profile, and that was sample 964. I found there some dried fruits like raisins and plum, and hints of chocolate, and also a nutty and spicy note. What are your notes there?
Yeah, I commented as well with nougat, soft, and also chocolate flavor.
So it was kind of a balanced coffee, sweet. It did not have an overwhelming or too strong flavor character, but it was overall a round coffee. And let's hear what Tirza has to say about it.
Thank you, Gloria and Nati. 964 is still a fine Robusta for me, and I also had nutty and malty flavors. The sample numbers 245 and 546 had quite similar scores. The dominant characteristics were cereal flavor, spices that reminds of tobacco and pepper. Both had low acidity and medium bitterness. And what do you think, Gloria and Nati?
What else did you find, Nati?
I tasted some peanut shell
Mhm.
and cereal notes.
Well, I have similar comments. What I can add to that is maybe the description of the mouthfeel, which was a little bit rough and sandy for the second sample. But I totally agree with Tirza's comments. it has some spiciness, and cereal character was very dominant. So that is the reason why they scored below 80 points. Okay, among the 6 samples we had here on the table, there was one sample that did not have that much flavor complexity, so it scored the lowest on the table. Did you have also that impression?
Yes, absolutely. It was number 321.
Mm-hmm.
I commented the coffee hayish, slightly bitter, and cereal notes.
Okay. Yes, I mean that coffee really did not have much aroma that reminds of a delicate coffee. Actually, the cereal-like character was very dominant. It had like an earthy undertone and peanut shell character. Besides that, it was bitter.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and it had low acidity. What do you think, Tirza?
I do agree that 321 is not a very delicate coffee, and I also had flavors like hayish, cereal, and earthy notes. That was our first Robusta session, and for me, the wide range of flavor profiles was very interesting. What do you think, Nati? Did you like it?
I liked it a lot because I'm a Robusta lover.
Well, that's all for this time, dear friends. We hope that you had also a good experience with the first Robusta session, and we hope that you can join us next time. The next Robusta session, cupping session will take place in January 2021.
And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already joining the program. Bye-bye.
Bye.